Hey, what's going on? I'm still setting up a little bit, so you're gonna hear a little bit of clunking while I get my oven mitt. I'd like to welcome you to someplace special today. This is my desktop. I'm not just window sharing right now, I am sharing my entire screen because there's some, fuckery afoot. So, or fackery afoot, I guess, because this is, welcome to Dumb Fekk Friday, by the way. Welcome to Dumb Fekk Friday. And there was a lot of dumb feckery that has gone on this past week, and there was like a bunch of different things that I wanted to go over, I wanted to talk about, I wanted to look at, but this one took the cake. This one took the cake for me, and doesn't involve me having to watch anybody's dumb videos or listen to anybody's stupid voice, so they can't copyright strike me and shit. But this is, welcome to my desktop. So you can see that I'm unable to view the tweet because they've limited their account. So it's this account. I took the screenshot so you can actually see that this is what was being said. So I'll just make this a little bit bigger so you guys can see what I'm talking about. There you go. So for anybody who doesn't know, Kyle's arrested. He got arrested for the charge was simple assault. The video has come out and it's rough. I suspect that the simple assault will go up. He got his bail paid for, or the bond or whatever it is in the States, paid for that crime by somebody, and the he was let out, but not really let out because he was just Ubered over to Guilford County for the non sequitur show stuff going on. So I went to take a look because this was the posting of that video that Steve made available for people on behalf of the victim, at the behest of the victim and with the victim's consent. And this guy comes in and says, "Hey, science first here. I've never supported Kyle ever. Either take me out of that description or find one statement I've made expressing support for him." Dude, what the fuck are you for real right now? So my response to this was, science first, it was the guy who was calling everybody a rape apologist and then did nothing but scream over victims and didn't want to speak to any victims. So basically he wanted to speak for everybody, and it didn't go so well for him, but this is the person we're talking about. But this guy comes in on an alt account, right, to make a demand of somebody and instead of handling like an adult might, they're like, "No, I demand you do this thing that I have to say from my alt account because you've blocked me because of my bullshit harassing behavior." Yeah, okay. So that's what I was like, dude, are you for real? This is the way you're gonna do this? I wasn't commenting about whether or not he had actually supported Kyle, so I wasn't sure what he was talking about, so I went and looked. And to, there you go, to see what the description said, and I was like, this is the Kyle I have tried to put in jail for how long? Well, Nate the lawyer, Ethan, Prolib, Dr. Fiona Robertson, exiled, Agrippa, Uni Rock, menace to sobriety, that high guy. Oh, sorry, this isn't quite big enough for you guys, is it? Hold on, let me make this a little bit bigger. There you go. Maybe I should move myself up here. Maybe that's better. There you go, you guys can see. Dr. Fiona Robertson, exiled, Agrippa, Uni Rock, Minister Sobriety, that guy high, science first, Godless Engineer, Caitlin Coy, Matt Dillahunty, Jimmy Snow, and many others who not only supported Kyle during my lawsuits against him, but have emotionally enabled him for years. In my opinion, they are all, to a significant degree, at least partially ethically responsible for this attack. Okay, so science first said he had to go around on a sock account to message Steve after being blocked, which according to some of those people is harassment, so you can take that however you will. But I went and looked, and it looked to me Let's take a look real quick. That let's take a quick look here. Boop. Videos. Here's the video. We're not gonna watch it. I'm just looking for the description. Oh hey, that high guy, godless engineer. Science Verse has been removed. So it looks like Steve took Science Verse at his word. Wrote no last name for 2 said delusional much. Maybe a little bit. But he's been removed. So, but this happened before that, so let's take a look. I said, dude, are you for real right now? Yeah, I have nothing to do with Kyle. I don't support him, and I never have. Care to find one statement I've ever made in support of him? Post it here. I'll give $100 to a charity of your choice on the spot. I was just like, wow, because it wasn't really it's not the bet. It's not whether or not he supported Kyle that I'm taking a question with right now. I'm just like, this is the way you approach this? Like a total rational human being, that you start making demands. Okay. I just said wow. Just wow. I'm like, because again, I was never arguing about whether or not he supported Kyle. It was his approach and the way he's just making demands about this that I was like, the guy who called everybody a rape apologist is coming in here, and that's how you want to have this okay. But I just left him alone. And he responds with, trite and witless response. No evidence then. Glad everyone here can you and McCrae lie and defame others with complete impunity. I have nothing to do with Kyle. Have never supported him. Never will. And then they added another tweet here. Offer open to anyone, by the way. First to find any statement I've made in support of Kyle, $100 to your favorite charity, no harm in searching, go ahead and take a look. But, as you can see, after saying that, I was blocked. So, I'm gonna show you guys this malicious compliant. Like, this is how I did the- oh, don't mind this. This is just negative exponents making demands that I should tell Steve to talk to him or something. I don't know, whatever. It's just, I was looking at old shit. So he makes this demand that I show evidence for a claim I never made to show his claim, I guess, but then blocks me. So I'm like, okay, all right, now I'm curious. So I can't find him because guess what? Here's his regular account. Oh, I forgot the R. Hold on. Try that. There we go. I'm blocked by this account too. So if he wanted evidence, he made it so that I couldn't go find evidence. But he's made the demand. And so I'm taking that as permission. In fact, a requirement that we go into incognito mode. This is how you do this. Boop. We've got his Twitter account here. So we're gonna type in whatever because it doesn't matter. And then we're gonna go to advanced search right here. You see that? That's advanced search. That little button there. This is gonna pull up this. We're gonna search the name Kyle. And then we're gonna say from this account. Right? Pretty easy. Let's see if he's ever supported Kyle. Ever. He said he never did. Alright. So let's take a look and see what we've got. I'll move myself down here back because we should be able to see pretty easily. Actually, let's move you guys. Whoops. Let's move you guys over here so I can use a little bit more of my screen and zoom some of this in. So here he is saying that he considers some things defamation. That's having... Boop. So yeah, zoom this in a little bit further. What is it? Yep, there we go. Is that good enough for you guys? Can you guys see that all right? There you go. We're just going to look at one or two at a time. So, I consider it defamation. So let's see. Who is he talking to? Oh, Ethan. Oh, Fiona Robertson. Oh, Menace to Sobriety. The other people in the list. Yep. So, Menace. Oh, so shocking. All right, let's see. Welcome, Science First. So if you can calm down your hatred and not scream at me to hear what I have to say, we'll see how it goes. So, because this person hurt the old narcissist's ego, tell me again how Steve would have never done anything like this to other content creators, i.e. Mick Victim number 21, their justification gag stalking Steve at any cost. Yeah, me too. I've never spoken to the guy, yet somehow ethically responsible in a major small way for him committing domestic violence. Yeah, I consider it clear defamation. I've challenged his mates to find one statement I've made that supports Kyle in any way, $100 straight to the charity of their choice if they do. Okay, cool. It would help if you unblocked us all, but if you actually wanted us to do that, but hey, you know, it's okay. Oops, wrong button. There we go. So here's Nate claiming that he never supported Kyle. We'll get back to that one, so we'll just put a pin in this. We'll get back here. Yeah, my name is up there saying I supported Kyle when I've been quite public in thinking he's a shit. In fact, I know the Magoonies will read this, so challenge $100. Yeah, whatever. As if, like, the domestic violence isn't the problem thing. Let's make stupid bets, but whatever. Oh, hey, talking to Sinister Porpoise. Let's see what this one's about. Let's see. You know, it's amazing I do some intellectual labor to try and disprove some claims about a PDF file. That is Kyle submitting forged documentation to the court. Find out the other side is right, that it has been edited, and people are giving me grief because I started by looking for the instructions in a text editor. Sinister Porpoise, some people don't want the truth, they want to be shown to be correct. Sorry to say Unirock and some of his crew have real issues with this. It's unfortunate, but I can tell you, I and others like me appreciate you applying your skills to this. I haven't heard anything from Unirock's crew, mostly the other camp wanting me to say Kyle forged these documents. None of us give a shit about what you say. You don't have any credibility for that to matter, for any of us to care. Alright, to be clear, by the other camp, we mean who? McCrae's Navy people. But thank goodness this will all be over soon, I hope. Nah, this is gonna drag on. They haven't, done the costings yet. They can't even agree about where Kyle lives. Oh no. That's pushing Kyle's narrative. Here is a very subtle support of Kyle and his bullshit, but I'm willing to let this go and say this one doesn't count. That's fine. Because I agree about how this thing's dragging on and the financials. This is all correct. Absolutely. Science First is 100% right here. Secondly, Kyle. Oh, he does this big thread, so we'll look at this big thread. This is from September 16th, 2020, right? Court hearing today, the ongoing #nonsex showcase debacle between Steve McCrae and Kyle Curtis. Here are a few thoughts based on following the case since its inception. A lot of people see this hearing as a final in some way. To that I say, quote, this isn't the end or even the beginning of the end. It may be the end of the beginning. There is a long way to go here, especially if the default judgment is overturned. Absolutely. I agree with this so far. I don't like Steve McCrae. In fact, I think he is a hateful human being. I think some of his friends, one in particular, are worse. I wonder if it's Red's rhetoric. I wonder who that is. Science First, hey, this is yours. Who dat? Who's worse? I'm very curious to know. But I have an intrinsic problem with him not being paid anything for 2 years worth of work on the Non Sequitur show. Good. Bare bones minimum. Steve deserves to get paid. Yes. We can all agree on that. That is the bare bones minimum. 2 points stemming from this. Kyle says he wasn't pulling his weight, meaning Steve. But if that was the case, you discuss it with him. You don't take it upon yourself to withhold his money. I agree. Secondly, Kyle and Steve were friends at one point. During that time, Steve was, and is still, living in near poverty. Is he? Is Steve living in near poverty? How do you know that? I'm curious to know how you know this information. He lives in a converted closet in a house share. Okay. What kind of friend sees the way he is living and withholds $3,000 from him? I mean, that's a good question, but this first half, I'm like, you're still shitting on Steve, but okay. I mean, you don't have to like Steve to know Kyle's full of shit. If he wants the damn channel, all that is left of the venture, give it to him. I'm assuming if Steve wants the channel, Kyle should give it to him. Steve will continue with this channel in the same vein as he has over the past year, starting petty feuds. It kind of undermines your not supporting Kyle when your calling out of Kyle is spending all of your time actually shitting on Steve. But okay, well, I'm okay with saying, you know what, this isn't support of Kyle. It's just like, Kyle should do the bare bones minimum, but also fuck Steve. Okay. Alienating friends and inciting scandals. Oh, okay. It will hasten his spiral off YouTube and out of the public eye. For that reason, I say good luck, Steve, today. I really hope you get what you deserve. Shitty, but alright. What he deserves is getting paid. Okay. Guys, in the chat. Oh, that's me? Oh, okay. I'm the friend that you hate more? Cool. Alright. Aw. I'm touched. I didn't realize you thought about me so much. I'm creeped out, but you know, all right, that's fine. I'm okay with that. I don't. You're not the kind of. The thing is like, there are people that I don't want to like me. You're Science First is one of them, so it's all good. It's all good. I don't like being friends with rape apologists. Okay. Oh look. Now we're getting into supporting Kyle. This account, by the way, is suspended. You had one job, Ben. Don't say you lived with Kyle. I would call this supporting Kyle. This is shitting on Kyle's victim. To support what Kyle was saying about where he was living. And pushing Kyle's bullshit narrative about where he was living. That's supporting Kyle. Let's keep going. I don't like Steve. 2 points from this. We actually read these ones already. This is the first one that's about a different Kyle, so props for that. Let's see what this one says, shall we? We are in August 21st of 2021, so this one's more recent. Let's take a look-see. What's this conversation about? Somebody limited. Who dis? Oh! It's Katie Joy! Oh, that's interesting. Feelings being hurt / not a lawsuit. Wanting to see your kids DM / not a lawsuit. Being poor, living in a closet, needing money / not a lawsuit. Okay. The fact he has no assets will make it impossible to collect anything, blah, blah, blah. Put an RO on him that bothered him more than anything else, blah, blah, blah. Pushing that shit. Could be wrong. Nate can clarify. Yeah. But if she wins a suit, she can make him shut the fuck up forever. I don't think California is CA. CA is judgment proof? Is CA California in this case? I'm not sure. All of Manya's super chats can be garnished. Got the name wrong, but okay. Unless he really did put everything in Chesh's name as they claimed. I own 95% of everything. That's a whole other issue for the US government. Actually, Science First, if you want to, I'm more than happy to have you come on and have a conversation. We'll set up a different stream for that. You can come on and tell me how much you hate me and why, and we can have a discussion about it. If you're interested. If you're not interested, I'm also fine to not have and actually, you know what? Maybe not. Maybe I shouldn't be platforming rape apologists. I'll let chat decide. They can let me know what they think about it. My stepfather was sued, never paid, blah, 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 don't care. Steve McRae is penniless. Something about Ruhif. Can't touch that shit. They're still waiting on, they're still ways to dodge payment. I don't think Steve McRae is on any assistance right now anyway. He rents a room to put all of his assets in someone else's name. That's some claims there based on something, I'm sure. You're assuming he has any assets at all. Just think, if there are infinite universes, there's a world where Kyle gives Steve the non-sec back, and the day after Katie wins it in her countersuit, then she makes Nate, Spackle, Fiona, and Exile the co-host. Cheshire then explodes with rage. Uh-huh. As he watches the explosion spread from Canada, Steve quickly taps out, Nate is a liar, and hits tweet. Okay. Well, you know, that's only mildly in support of Kyle, but I'm okay with not counting that one. Actually, I do have a question in the chat. Is this $100 for every time I show you supporting Kyle, or is this just a once-over $100? Because apparently you seem to think Steve is a charity case. So you want to send that $100 to Steve? Jesus, what a life, but seriously, he's living like that and still asked Kyle to hold his money? Oh, pushing a bullshit Kyle narrative? Supporting Kyle's narrative? Supporting Kyle? I'm gonna let chat vote. What in the chat if you think Science First is supporting Kyle based on the tweets we've seen? 2 in the chat if you don't think he is. So, 1 in the chat if you think Science First is supporting Kyle by pushing his bullshit, pushing his narratives, shitting on Kyle's victim, Ben. 1 in the chat if you think that is supporting Kyle. 2 in the chat if you think that he is not. All right? $1,000 a month he declined at one stage. That would make anyone suspicious. So again, bullshit. Pushing Kyle's bullshit narrative and justifying Kyle's bullshit narrative. That looks like supporting Kyle to me. Let's keep going. Imagine supporting Katie Joy in 2021. Awkward. Let's see what this thread's about. Oh, Spackle. Alright. Noted. I'll just leave this here. Oh. Bullionator. Good start. Interesting to see 2 people on there who frequently get lambasted by Bool and his hoe boss, McCrae, donated $225 between them too. Because donating to someone means that they're going to be a good person forever and they can't get called out on bullshit, apparently. Okay. Very true, but what kind of person doesn't look at that kind of generosity and automatically feel some kind of loyalty? Somebody who isn't bought. Somebody who has ethics that out-sustain money. But this isn't about that. Oh, I didn't even see what he said about Kyle, just read that. What an ingrate. So, Bool didn't get paid by Kyle. Bool says he wasn't paid by Kyle. And Science First comes out and says, wow, you said that about Kyle? Bool, you're an ingrate. This isn't supporting Kyle? That's definitely supporting Kyle. Certainly supporting Kyle. Wow, what? I didn't even see what he said about Kyle, just read that. What an ingrate. Bool was ungrateful to Kyle. No shit, he was ungrateful to Kyle. But how dare he? What an ingrate for being ungrateful to Kyle, who stole from him and treated him like shit. If there wasn't one that was in support, if there was ever an example of in support of Kyle, here's your fucking tweet. You're welcome. Send that $100 to charity case Steve McCrae. Thanks. And I don't know if you're gonna get better than that, but this is just all building the case. Were you supporting Kyle ever? You said never. I've never once supported Kyle at all. Oh, well. You asked me to go and look at this while you and then immediately blocked me. Although, to be fair, in your defense, because I'm a nice guy, you had me blocked on this account way beforehand. But you'd think if you were going to ask me on this account that you would have the wherewithal to not only not block me on this account and wait for me to respond, but also unblock me so I could go look. But hey, you know, whatever. There's your support of Kyle. You're welcome. Shall we go further? Shall we keep looking? See what else we find? This was August 25th, 2020, by the way. Let's keep going, should we? Breaking news! Supposedly, evidence does exist that Kyle forged documents. Going to scope after I get caught up. Hi, Unirock TV. Sorry this happened to you, man. You've been a damn good friend to Kyle. Fighting his corner when most would have given up. I wished he'd have deserved it. A supporting friendship with Kyle. I know that you're calling it out, saying that Kyle didn't deserve Unirock's friendship. I recognize that. I'm totally fine to point that out, but supporting Unirock in the way he's handled and treated Kyle. Guys, it looks like I'm not, that $100 ain't going anywhere. That's rough. Doubt it will get him off the hook. I agree. It didn't. Oh, who's this? Imagine being embarrassed that you're in a list with your friends that all support the same guy, and you're mad of being in the same list with all your friends. Funny thing, that. Oh, hey, look, that high guy. Cool. Do I have to watch the shit show? Oh, let's take a look. Shall we? This is from June 29th, 2020. He needs to review the agreement he signed with KJ to understand what a real agreement looks like. I've actually always very much believed Steve and Non Sequitur Show, which is the Demi account, not the actual Non Sequitur Show that he tagged. So he actually tagged a rip-off account instead of actually tagging the Non Sequitur Show account. Or Kyle, for that matter. I don't know if this was accidental or just trolling, but... Trolling in Kyle's favor, by the way. If you notice that everything that he's saying, even when he's saying Kyle is in the wrong, is still just the avenue he's using to try to shit on Steve and demoralize Steve in what Steve has been trying to do. Alright. Had a 50-50 agreement. Yeah, yes, okay. Kyle did say the agreement was 50-50, but Kyle made an excellent point on ProLib's show. Supporting Kyle? By refusing the LLC, Steve effectively put all the liability for the show on Kyle. Why should he reap half the profit without any risk? So, pushing Kyle's bullshit narrative. Okay. That is perfectly put. I believe the judge will probably have that same thought process. Ooh, things that did not age well for 200, Alex. Or maybe that $100 that that's never going to go anywhere out of Mr. Science First's account. Nah, his backer has deep pockets and feels like Kyle personally snubbed him. He'll hang in there. I personally think Kyle has a second killer point. What is a YouTube show? If Kyle can argue that it's the aesthetic, the majority of that is his intellectual property. No, it's not. You're wrong, and you're supporting Kyle. So that's another direct support of Kyle's bullshit narratives. Now, the appropriate thing to do at this point would be to say, you know what, I did support Kyle about this thing, and you know what, I was wrong, especially with this domestic abuse thing. I definitely rescind and retract any support that I ever gave to Kyle. Shit, I didn't even remember having these conversations. You're right, I'm gonna fucking take that shit down. You $100 to the charity of your choice. And since, you know, Steve is apparently living in poverty and is homeless, according to you guys, I feel like that's a pretty good charity case. So send your $100 to Steve. I don't have to watch the show. I only caught the last 45 minutes. It sounds like some big nuggets came out there. I'll have to check it out so I can get some sleep tonight. It's worth a listen. Kyle actually made some quite good points. As this goes on, it seems to make a better account for himself. Really? Does it? Of course, that's the opposite of Steve, whose composure was never great to begin with, but seems to be crumbling. Malicious compliance 2, Electric Boogaloo. This is how you do this, by the way. Anybody who ever has somebody say, oh, I challenge you to do da-da-da-da-da. It's the dumb feck about this is not that he made the challenge, and it's not even that he did the dumb thing that he did by going around the block to try and make this challenge in the first place, when, like, you know, people are kind of concerned about victims and the domestic violence thing. But no, instead you gotta swing your dick around in here like anybody cares. It's the absolute... This isn't even all of his support of Kyle. This isn't like the ongoing conversations. This is only the tweets that have Kyle's name in them. I just searched his account and searched Kyle's name. Oh my god. Helios for 5 says, I found one. Sent it to you in Discord, Chesh. I would like my $100 to go to Doctors Without Borders. Thank you, Science First. Oh, do we open this? Oh, I mean, I guess I can open it. Let's just take a look at Discord. Let's see what we were sent. There we go. Let's take a look. Shall we? My support goes out to people who morally and financially supported Kyle in the Non Sequitur Showcase. Folks, there are much worse things than being wrong. When you're getting called stupid for falling for his lies, recall there wouldn't be a case if Steve hadn't fallen for it too. Spicy. Spicy. This is from June 29th, 2020. Should we keep going? Oh, hey, April Diamond. And that was the person who gaslighted the shit out of that lady about Nate's ableism. If you guys remember previous Friday. Oh, look, Fiona again. Oh, look, Menace. Did you see him flap when she tweeted she's countersuing? Did you see him being Steve, I assume? When Katie tweeted she's countersuing, what did he expect? KJ ain't no Kyle. I am no accountant, but for my accounting, Kyle's $5,000 should be done. Can he afford to keep this lawyer? This is a real issue now. No money, no honey. Kyle's got a real problem ahead. How many times can he go back to the well asking for donations? The goodwill is going to dry up before the lawyer's fees do. Wow, that sounds like you're really concerned about Kyle. That sounds like you're concerned about Kyle running out of money and overdrawing from the charity that people are willing to give. Huh, didn't support Kyle, eh? Dear Unirock, thank you for single-handedly raising 6K so that the resulting... Oh, 6? 5? There's a missing $1,000 in there. Dear Unirock, thank you for single-handedly raising 6K so that the resulting 9 months of sleepless nights and boom outs could knock several months off of this goof's miserable life. Oh, trying to shorten Steve's lifespan through harassing him and assisting a criminal, supporting Kyle. So what'd you say? Well, Steve, Kyle may have conned Uni and his community out of 6K, but it's still 24K less than you willingly handed over to him, eh? Oh. Huh. That context there sure does look like support for Kyle. Quote, that's not a restraining order, it's my contract with Kyle. No, it's a letter of recommendation from Captain Kirk. No, it's my bestest internet philosopher award. Yeah, that's what it is. That, of course, leads to the question of why he wants a deposition. I think it's for 2 reasons. To discover if Kyle has lied to the court, and to ask Kyle why he waited for so long to raise the service issue. Let's see. Account that no longer exists. Since Kyle did not get the physical papers from his mother, papers that I was served, in a timely manner, only the next day, but okay, or the next couple of days that papers that I was served was recorded. He wasn't properly served, as admitted by Gail, the judge, which isn't what the judge said. If I rule for the plaintiff, I know you're going to immediately appeal, hence why Potts and Curtis are deposed. Completely misrepresenting the situation. Oh, hey, if Gail can prove Kyle is a skeezer, then he can rule that he also likely got the papers in a timely manner. That's not how any of that works, but okay. It wasn't, never mind. I'm not, you guys know, you guys have read, I don't need to go over this again. Stupid question. It sounded like the judge implied his ruling would come down to which side is more credible. Why say that if the address doesn't matter, just to insinuate against, or insulate against a reversal which judges loathe? Okay, but if the reversal is an issue, sounds like the address matters. If not, why depose them? So they don't have to go back and do it later, but whatever. Taken a step further, what happens if they are deposed and the boyfriend admits to making it all up? Something believing victims, but okay. Would that change anything? If yes, then the address matters. If no, because the question wasn't about... Okay, whatever. And going forward, he needs to know if Kyle's the type of person who will lie to the court. Okay, that makes sense. I can be a bit thick, so you may have to do more sign tapping in the future, but thanks for your time. Much appreciated. Hi, Nick. Good show last night. I actually got the opposite impression from what the judge said. I felt like he was going to reject Kyle's motion and overturn the default. I actually think that the Potts issue kept Kyle in the game. That, of course, leads to the question of why he wants a deposition. I think it's for two reasons: to discover if Kyle has lied to the court, and ask why he waited so long to raise the service issue. I also got the impression that Judge Gale is prepared to proceed if the depositions can't be arranged quickly. Expediently? Expediently. Is this a word? I don't think I've ever seen this word. I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt, and this is a proper word, but I'm looking it up because I want to know how to... Oh, expediently. I'm an idiot. Can't be arranged expediently. He only wants to know from counsel at this stage how soon depositions can be arranged, if they can be arranged at all. That was my impression anyway. Should be tempered with the fact I have very little legal experience and I missed a chunk of what Gail said. Here's my opinion on half of what somebody said because I missed it. Okay. Woohoo, I'm a crony. It's like a dream come true. So many people to thank. Where do I start? Oh, hey, it's Atheist Pastor. Oh, let's see. What you saying here? Careful by responding to the statement, quote, ellipses, Steve and his cronies are harassing Kyle's lawyer, ellipses, end quote, with, I'm a crony, or worse to that effect. It sounds like you're admitting to being part of the harassment, which I'm sure you weren't, by the way. What harassment? There was no harassment that took place of Kyle's lawyer. That's the... Dude, you want to talk about doing everything possible to undermine Steve, and in doing... because you don't like him, and in doing so enables a criminal like Kyle, which is the thing that Steve said, which means that he was 100% right to put you in that description? Weird. Ugh. First comment I ever made to McCrae, quote, you might not want to talk about all of this publicly just in case there is legal action. I'd be curious to know when that was, because I feel like the more information I know about this, the more ridiculous and stupid it was a thing to do. He responded by telling me to go fuck myself. Yeah, fair. That was the night of his break with Kyle, and he is still aiming his blunderbuss directly at his own foot. Oh. So you're saying that Steve suing Kyle and working towards getting getting justice from Kyle is shooting himself in the foot, which is kind of in support of Kyle. Well, oh god. Let's go back to the top here, because there's something else I want to touch on here. You responded to this saying that you never supported Kyle. I think we've pretty well demonstrated, no, you were, because you hate Steve, but it's fine. You did say Kyle was wrong in some aspects. I agree with that, but you said, I never supported Kyle. And if any tweet demonstrates that, yeah, you did, it's the one saying Bool was an ingrate for speaking out against Kyle's criminal activity that he was directly affected by and was a victim of. That's supporting Kyle. I don't need any more than that one tweet, so $100, please. Let me know if you unblock me so I can send you my Cash App. Oh my god, Chesh's lying. Canada doesn't have Cash App there. It's a joke. But here you are, supporting that Nate never supported Kyle. So I got curious, because I was like, wait a minute. Something about that got me wondering, because you're supporting and agreeing that Nate never supported Kyle, and so I was curious, so I decided to go check out real quick North Carolina Business Corp, because if I happen to remember correctly, and I'm sure I did, so I double checked anyway, we're gonna go to our new judge here. Hopefully you guys can see all right. Let me just make this, let's just do this real quick. So you can see our new judge, right? We're gonna go to McCrae and Kyle. Hey, here it is. McCrae and Curtis. We're gonna go to the docket, so we'll get this smaller because we don't need to see that now. And if we go down to 47 here, notice of filing for the subpoena and transcript exhibits. Yeah, we're gonna expand that one. Rescroll down because it's a dick. Transcript Kyle Curtis. Now, I seem to recall in Kyle's deposition he brought up Nate Brody, so unfortunately you can't do the find function in here, so I'm gonna download it real quick. And we're gonna open this file. Let's just do a quick little Control F, and we're gonna search, you can see down here, right down in the little corner here, we're gonna search Nate. Oh! What was that? When was the first time you contend he saw a copy of the summons complaint? When I was told online through a person who runs another YouTube channel that there had been a filing with the court that was sent to me. A link was sent to me via to view that. I saw it online. And when was that? I couldn't tell you, to be honest with you. Was it in August of 2019? I think it was. I think it was after that. To be honest with you, I couldn't tell you an exact date of what had happened, or of when that happened. Could you give me a ballpark month? August, September? And who sent you that link? Nate Brody! And who is Mr. Brody? He runs another YouTube channel that, I guess, sort of reports on this, the things that are going on with the case. And what did you do when you received that link from Mr. Brody? You mean just, like, clicked it? Yes. Did you review the summons and complaint at this point? Yeah. And what did you do after reviewing the summons and complaint? Nothing. So you're telling me that Nate Brody was assisting Kyle by sending him information about the lawsuit he was a part of, which would be support of Kyle. Now, I'm not saying that that isn't necessarily like, oh, I'm running around the internet shitting on Steve on purpose and supporting Kyle just for the sake of shitting on Steve or anything like that. I'm simply saying that in a broad sense of the term, this is certainly would be considered support. Now, if you take just the fact that he got brought up in the deposition. Not considering the other context around it, as well as, you know, that person that Science First was shitting on, Ben, that guy, Kyle's victim, his other victim, not his recent one, but one he had prior, that victim was saying that Kyle was speaking to Nate, and that it was actually through Nate that he got this whole fucking idea that this deposition even needed to take place. Do we believe the victim? Or is that apologetics to question them or say that, hey, I'm not really sure if that's the case? We should ask Science First that, shouldn't we? Huh. You mean he didn't? You mean he didn't like being accused of shit that he didn't think he did? Then when shown that he was doing those things, he decided to try to move the goalposts? Refused to accept the blatant screenshot in front of him? Seems to have run off. Funny thing that. Now, on the other hand, you do run into this little bit of a problem of Steve, or I guess Red's rhetoric, as he said in the side chat, that he said that Steve should take his name out. And it was complied with. If you recall, I showed at the beginning that his name was removed. So they took him at his word, gave him that charity. And then when I'm like, well, did he though? Let's actually look. He comes in here fucking swinging. Instead of saying, hey, Reds, thank you for getting my name taken off of that. I never intended to support Kyle. I might have, but it wasn't my intention. So I'm going to take that back. I'm going to rescind my support of Kyle in the past. I'm going to take that back and say, like, hey, you know what? I don't support this guy at all. You don't see him talking to his friends saying, hey, maybe you guys are wrong for supporting Kyle. You don't see that. No. Just asking questions along the same lines as whatever accusations those people are, and arguments those people are making. And only ever agreeing and saying, hey, yeah, no, Kyle's got a really good point. Oh, you're not actually questioning that as an outsider, being like, oh, hey, look, let me question this hey, does Kyle have a point here? No, you're having this conversation in your echo chamber where like, yeah, Kyle's definitely got a point. Fuck that Steve guy. He's living in poverty. But yet you don't want to send him $100 as counting as charity. Why not? Is it because it's Steve? You're thinking Steve is suffering. Why would you move the goalpost of the charity? You never specified an official one. Or you're going to specify it now, though. No. All right. None of my business. But that's how you do a malicious compliance. There was one other thing I wanted to show you guys real quick. And it's from Steve's Twitter, so I actually looked him up earlier, but this is just the last little bit that I want to touch on, and it's this right here. Oh, buddy. Now look, it's Dr. Misha Griffith. Good. You know it's a good start. Instead of justice, they seek punishment. Because Kyle stays away from social media, their normal cyberbullying tactics don't work, so they are using the law courts for their little revenge fantasies. Does that include Kyle's domestic violence victim? So apparently, following the letter of the law and following all the court's rules and demands and jumping through hoops for the court and waiting 2 years to get movement on this case. That's just that's Steve abusing the law through his lawyers to get revenge, to live out revenge fantasies on Kyle because we can't harass him and bully him over the channel that he's holding hostage and was legally required to hand over. I'm sorry, is showing other people and defending and giving victims a voice cyberbullying the abuser? Is that what that is? Kyle could have gotten his default judgment and turned everything over like that. Well, if he had it. Could have done the channel at least. But no, you're running around supporting him, engaging in apologetics for him. For what? For what? Why? You tell me. Kyle's arrested on domestic abuse. His former boyfriend accusing him of drugging and raping him. Kyle is being investigated now for embezzlement and multiple counts of perjury and forgery. And Dr. Misha Griffith calls this revenge fantasies. What the holy fuck is she thinking? And Red's Rhetoric makes a good point. Kyle not showing up on social media is not the problem. Kyle not showing up to court is the problem. But maybe this PhD holder doesn't understand simple concepts. There's a degree of ignorance. Do you give her the charity? That's the question. You guys let me know. 1 or 2 in the chat. Do you give her the charity to make the assumption that she actually didn't watch the video? Do you make the assumption that she's just going off of what other people are telling her due to lazy ignorance or greed? Whatever her motivation is. Do you give her that charity and say, hey, listen, she probably didn't even see the video that she's talking about? Negligence, I think, would be that word. Or, because that's your other option is, or does she know exactly what she's doing and she's saying it anyway? You tell me. 1 in the chat if you give her the charity. 2 in the chat if you don't. Where's your personal boundary? Because everybody's lines are going to be different. Right? So, where's your line? Do you give her the charity or no? Mr. Sirius says she wants to flaunt her PhD. I'd say not much charity. No? I don't know. I'm curious. Why don't we take a look? Because I'm blocked. Because of course I am. Let's take a look-see. Since they seem to demand that we answer to these things on a regular basis. Let's move this over. 3 MGRIFFITH. Where is this tweet? Oh. Huh. If it isn't science first. Funny thing that. Let me just move this over so you guys can see it. Wow, what are the odds? Science first, retweeting exiled. And tweeting at Fiona Robertson. Wow! I wonder if I should watch the video. Evidence of extreme harassment of my friend, Dr. Fiona Robertson. Okay. Well, if you guys want to go watch that video, I ain't stopping you. Oh, hey! Retweeting Globus Shilius, one of the syndicate guys. Oh, hey! Prolib! Huh. Funny thing, that. Oh, look. Menace to sobriety. I guess if you wanted to give her charity, you might have to, like, rescind that charity. Not say, oh, I never did it, and I'll give $100 to charity to whoever can prove that I did. No, you just rescind that charity and be like, you know what, I offered you that charity, I offered you that chance, but you know what, I'm just gonna have to take that back. I'm just gonna take that back from you. Sorry. Oh, hey. Let's see. Who the hell is taking a pro-Kyle side? Citations needed. You're welcome. Ironically, those people who did have contact with Kyle before this event were very vocal. Hand over the passwords and get rid of the channel. Get legal advice. Get help with drugs and alcohol. Kyle obviously did not listen, so that's all on him. Citation needed. Where is this hair gel? Kyle's out of hair gel. Uh-huh. Oh, hey, look. Huh. Alright. Well, I'm not finding this tweet, so let's do a little bit more advanced, shall we? We're going to do an advanced search. And we're going to take a look at this tweet and we're going to type it in. Let's just say instead of justice. Alright, and we're going to say from these accounts. At 3, M. Griffith. Search. Oh! Why? Look at what? Oh, gee, who's surprised about what tweet this is under? Let's see what the picture is. They have been losing their minds ever since this happened to Kyle, and now they are celebrating him being pulled out of jail, not understanding that doesn't mean that he was found innocent at all. These are the people, these people have everything binned on Kyle, being the good guy in this. Kyle is out of jail. Kyle will answer for his charges eventually. He'll answer for the non sequitur show stuff as well. We just think it's funny that the McCult harassed authorities to the point where they think you're all fucking crazy. Now we're being accused of harassing the authorities, based on nothing, but okay. And for what? Something that has nothing to do with the non sequitur showcase. Fucking epic. Oh, you mean that he was arrested and the people that were involved with Kyle's case called the police to be like, hey, there's an active warrant out for this guy, to make sure that they were notified, because we know that communication systems don't actually communicate with each other. Like, this system is not talking to this system, so they might not have known that Kyle had actually been arrested, and in fact, had they been an hour later than what they were, that Kyle would have been out on bail because of whoever paid for his bond without being held for that warrant. If they didn't, imagine suggesting calling the police on a criminal, letting somebody know and the authorities know that they have an active warrant on it is a bad thing. But that seems to be the case. Apparently letting the authorities know that somebody that has an active warrant out for them is considered revenge fantasies. And it's Kyle needs to be punished. No, Kyle needs to go to jail so he can stop fucking abusing people. You bitch. Fuck off. This has been Dumb Fekk Friday. I think we're done with this. I'm gonna let you guys discuss in the comments below. You let me know. You guys think that $100 are ever gonna go anywhere? I don't think so. It's not like any of these people would have like a slight bit of integrity, because, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? The honorable thing for Science First to do would have been like, hey, you know what? That was in support of Kyle, and I rescind that support. Here's the $100. Even if he took the $100 out, even if he just fucking admitted it. But he won't. They won't. They're all gonna bitch about how this is harassment, and oh my god, Misha is blocked by her and she's talking about what Misha said publicly. Holy shit, I'm not going to Misha. I'm not gonna go and post this video on her tweets. I'm not going to harass or bother her. I'm commenting on the public shit she said. Suck my dick. You're all a bunch of apologists. You're apologists for abuse. You're apologists for rapes. You're fucking bunch of transphobic shitheads. I recommend watching my Gordian Out of McCrazy's video. I know that was not meant to be a challenge, but they seem to have taken it as one, and it has only got worse. I hope everybody has a good weekend. Have a good time. Have a drink for me because I am exhausted. Feel free to join the members or Patreons to have more conversations and stuff about this kind of stuff, kind of see some of my videos getting made sometimes in the Discord. You can join for $1, so if you want to buy me a tea once a month to help me get through, feed my caffeine addiction, much appreciated. And I'm never going to see that $100 from Science First, so, I like 1,000 people who watch these videos. If you all want to drop me $1 and cover my rent for the night. Anyway, fuck y'all. These people, not you guys. Live chat's great. I love you guys. You guys are great. You notice how Science First fucking pissed off as soon as, yeah, of course he did. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Resistance is 100% right, and we'll drop on that. Science First, Misha Griffith, all y'all, you can't the facts. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.